Now, a group of Ukrainians has been touring university buildings in Cambridge looking for tips and ideas to help them rebuild their own campuses. Many parts of the state-tax University of Ukraine in Irpin, west of Kyiv, were destroyed by Russian attacks. But the team there is hoping to build back better. Our reporter Bella Hassan's been speaking to some of the delegates who are on tour in Cambridge.
My name is Fedor Bilotsky. I'm head of International Department of State Tax University, and I'm also translating today.
Thank you so much. Can you tell me how did you find the visit today?
Що ви думаєте з цього візиту?
Сьогоднішній візит в Кембридж для нас є знаковим.
Today's visit to Cambridge is very important for us. Our university was partially destroyed in Irpin, and we're trying to restore it. And we need the best educational practices to bring the best practices to Ukraine for our university.
You know, since touring the university today, is there anything fascinating, that captured his eye and that he basically wanted to talk about?
Our trip has just started, but from the very beginning I was impressed by the integration of the university to the city. So we even don't see where the university starts and city starts. There's a big scientific center which inspires to study and to make research, and especially architecture, which is very important for us and for our restoration, for our university.
Is there anything that he thinks that inspires him and that he wants to see in the university back home in one of the campuses?
I would like to see as much as possible more open spaces which gives opportunity to unite students, multi-purpose spaces which are transferable from the small rooms to bigger rooms.
So my name is Margie O'Driscoll, and I'm the CEO of an American-based NGO called Build Forward Ukraine. And I have been working on Ukrainian rebuilding since 6 weeks into the war, when President Zelensky said we need to start rebuilding our country. And we thought, how do you hold this idea of being in a war and rebuilding at the same time? So I began working at a high level with the Ukrainian government, talking about what is broadly called advanced means and methods of construction. In other words, how do you build differently? How do you build in a way that supports workers, that supports design, and that can move quickly? Because if you have a lot of destruction, you have to rebuild quickly. So I began that work and have been involved with the State Tax University with an idea that this becomes a demonstration project for all of Ukraine to build a highly sustainable building for a university that teaches the next generation administrative leaders, civil servants within Ukraine, because that is what this university teaches. It's on a broad range of classes. It's the people who will move into government service.
And what do you think about the visit today specifically? Do you think that the Ukrainian delegation would walk away with something like maybe an inspiration from one of the buildings?
They are learning so much. We spent yesterday with Stantec, who's the architect for this project, learning about, broadly speaking, things like trauma-informed design and sustainability. So now we're actually going to buildings and actually seeing what do solar panels on the roof look like? How does your counseling center work? How do you have quiet spaces, respite rooms for people to come to? None of those things exist in Ukraine. So we're learning from the very best of British design in what we are here.
Really interesting idea, that touring Cambridge, touring Oxford and some of the university buildings in London as well, picking up tips and tricks that they can take back to Ukraine with the idea that they can create a university better than before it was destroyed in the war. Our reporter Bella Hassan there. It's 7:45.